GIJOE June continues with one of the most highly anticipated figures from the G.I. Joe brand in quite some time, as today we've got Storm Shadow.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe Classified unboxing and review. And today we've got a highly anticipated one. We've got Storm Shadow, and I gotta give a quick thank you to the Hasbro team for sending this my way to review and take a look at and all that as part of GIJOE June. Of course, we're in the thick of June. The month of my birthday, no coincidence. G.I. Joe, my birthday, go hand in hand for a lot of years of my life, for sure. And then, of course, the G.I. Joe movie coming back to theaters on June 23rd is when I got my tickets, but also playing the afternoon of June 25th. So check out the G.I. Joe movie in the theater. If you've never seen the movie, what a better way to see it for the first time ever on the theater. I've never seen it in the theater either. This is the first time it's going to theater. So I'm jazzed. I'm hyped. Almost as hyped as I am about this figure right here. Now, Storm Shadow, I'm going to be honest, I'm not one of those big Storm Shadow Snake Eyes guys. Obviously, crucial parts of the G.I. Joe universe, big major characters, but not always my favorite. And I always enjoyed Storm Shadow's feud with Spirit more than I did Snake Eyes. So maybe I'm different in that aspect. Maybe I'm similar to some of you guys. But no denying how cool Storm Shadow is and how cool this figure is and looks. And of course, we did get two previous versions of Storm Shadow. We'll take a look and do a little compare at the end of the video as we always do. But of course, we're going to do this review and unboxing like we do all the other ones on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what's up to Storm Shadow. What's he up to? No good. Sneaking around on his tippy toes like a ninja, I think, is what he's going on. But we know this packaging style. It is the G.I. Joe Classified packaging. Big window box. Got the red Cobra logo in the background. Then all kinds of accessories as we're used to and accustomed to with the Classified line at this point. Beautiful artwork here. Not my favorite. I wish it was more of a uniform artwork. It seems they get different artists to do different artwork on the boxes. It looks nice enough, but it just doesn't flow together like I would like it to. But there it is, a little animation style there of old Storm Shadow. Very, very cool. And he is number 35 in the line. As we all know, these are numbered. 35, then you can go online and you can decode all that fun. Not for me. You guys know I want an old school file card. That's what Kyle's looking for. Nothing fun on the top, UPCs and warnings on the bottom. Then you get the back, you get that new big mural, a lot of characters in the Joe brands, a lot to come, a lot we've had already. This line's been going on for a little bit. It's been ups and downs of the line, as we know, but for me, somebody that loves G.I. Joe, I think they're finally starting to hit their stride a little bit. I've got a lot of good figures coming. Once again, a lot of people complain, a lot of repaints and stuff, but guess what? That's the day and age. That's what every company does. It's all about getting the most out of your molds. How much money can you squeeze out of everything? And the only thing we can do is vote with our wallet. So if you don't like repaints, just don't pay for them, and then there you go. You're off to the races. But the background is there. So now, without further ado, let's dig in. Let's get to it. Let's see what's going on with old Storm Shadow. A lot of people, like I said, are very, very excited to get this one. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. A lot of people, this is their Storm Shadow. This is the classic version. Almost washed out with the light, of course. He's so white. But all kinds of accessories as we're accustomed to with the Joe brands. There he is in the old plastic prison. Let's get down to it. Let's get him out of the plastic prison. And he is taped in with his arrows, his bow and arrow, his swords. He's got it all going on here. He's got a hood, of course. Got that. Pop that bad boy out. Sword. Sword. All right, there it is. See you later. Goodbye. And we're off to the races. And we're going to start like we always do. We're going to take a look at the accessories first right here. And he does come with a hood. So if you want a hooded version of Storm Shadow, choose your own adventure on Storm Shadow. But you do get this white hood. Nice, clean white to Storm Shadow. Not an off-white, not a dirty white like we've seen in the past. The crystal crisp white, bedsheet white. That's what we got with Storm Shadow here. So we get his hood. Then let's see. We get down to this. We get a little... Okay, yeah, that just plugs in the back of him. I don't even know what you call this thing. I guess, I don't know, a belt, part of his belt. Not a lot to talk about, just plain black, and we'll talk about that with the figure, but that goes in there. Then we do get two swords of different lengths with Storm Shadow, both beautiful silver with a little bit of sparkle into it. Nice sculpting work here, and then you get the black handles on both with it looks like a snake on the end. Yes, a snake on the ends here, so it just tells you he's all in on the Cobra team. He's got the snake, but 2 nice swords, different sizes, one longer than the other. Very, very cool. And then, of course, we get the backpack for him. The nice thing is, like I always say with a lot of these G.I. Joes, 99% of the stuff can be stored on the figure. I do appreciate that. I hate having to have baggies and stuff that you forget, okay, who did this go to? Where does this go? You don't got to worry about that a whole lot with the G.I. Joe Classified brand. So that is very, very cool. But you get his arrows, quivers and arrows. You got to have all of it. But we got that right there. And then we do get a hole, and I assume this goes right here. Oh, it does. How cool is that? Okay, you get one single arrow here for figure photography for use and stuff, but it does fit in with the other arrows, so you can mix that one in. Nice. Once again, you can store this in there. So very, very good. All black. You got the red Arashikage logo right there. I can never pronounce that right. Arashikage logo, and then you got the red on the bow and arrows here, or the arrows, I should say. But very nice backpack for Storm Shadow. Hold all of his swords, hold everything in it. And then, of course, you get the bow. A nice bow, and we have not seen this bow in the past. All black sculpt once again. Got a little bit of red just to give it a little bit of color. But it's a big, heavy-duty bow. You can go along with his arrows and everything else. So we do get that with Storm Shadow. So that's his weapons. That's his accessories. Now we get down to the old brass tacks. We get down to the legend that is Storm Shadow. Like we've said, so many people have been longing for this Storm Shadow for so long. They're finally getting it. I don't know what the plan was with the G.I. Joe team. Why did it take so long to get this version of Storm Shadow? We know we got 2 prior versions, and we'll talk about those. I guess right now we'll show them real quick. But of course, you got the G.I. Joe Snake Eyes Origins movie of Storm Shadow. Once again, why, when you're making a movie, why can't you go back to the canon, go to what works? Don't go with this off-white thing. It's cool enough. It is what it is. It's a moment in time. It's part of Storm Shadow's history now. But this isn't the Storm Shadow people wanted. Now, this one is an interesting one, too. Now, this was the Amazon exclusive, which I think a lot of people are... it's a weird one with this one. So, a lot of people are happy they got this. I loved this one when I was a kid. The version I had of this as a kid, when Storm Shadow turned into a good guy with a Ninja Force time, that's cool. But a lot of people don't know that one. Obviously, this isn't his most iconic look. So, for me, I was happy to get this. It was an Amazon exclusive, which, once again, felt right to me. Don't give this one as an Amazon exclusive, or people are going to be out with pitchforks in front of the Hasbro offices if that happened. I like this one, but this wasn't what people were looking for Storm Shadow. But at least they made this as an exclusive, so that worked. But this is the one that people wanted. And to me, you're going to go out with you're going to start with a bang with your G.I. Joe line if you would have had this guy in the beginning. Because this is one of the ones people wanted. Him, Snake Eyes, they are the most popular. Of course, Flint, of course, the true leader of G.I. Joe. But Storm Shadow here, this is what people wanted out of the gate. So I'm happy people are getting this after all these years. Hopefully people that maybe bowed out of the line are going to jump back in to get this Storm Shadow. I guess we'll see what happens. But let's dive into this Storm Shadow. Let's talk about it a little bit. We'll start with the head. Good posability, good ball joint, all kinds of different head movements, up, down, all around, side to side. A lot of posability on the head here, and you need that on a ninja. A ninja is like an owl. They can switch their heads around. Just twirl it. That's what Storm Shadow does here. You get the nice, mean eyes underneath the mask you see through there, and then a very crystal white, very shiny white throughout to match the rest. We talked about the accessory for the hood. You got the hood down on him right here, so you can choose your own hood adventure. You want it up, you want it down. Choose your own adventure right there. Then you get down to it. He's got more of a vest appearance with the arms. Of course, old school Storm Shadow, he was covered head to toe in the white. This one, he's torn off at the sleeves. I guess that's okay. It's close enough to be dangerous. A nice little update to the character. Then you get to his forearms. He's got some forearm guards going on. And then, of course, the wrapping around the forearms. Looks really good. And then you get the hands here. The hands up, down, side to side. You get a lot of posability out of these hands. It is up-down hinge on these. Doesn't seem to be side to side. Yeah, it's up-down hinges on here. And I like how he's got a couple of hands covered and a couple of hands open. That's just nice attention to detail. But one thing I really like about this one, and you guys know I absolutely love it in all my reviews, pinless joints on Storm Shadow here. How cool is that? pinless joints, double jointed elbows, bicep cut, just absolutely beautiful. And then you do get the butterfly arms, or butterfly shoulders, I should say, on him as well. So you get a little bit extra ninja movements out of him with all that. So top notch right there. Just absolutely fabulous figure so far. You do get the ab crunch, of course. You can go way forward. You can go way back. Tons of posability out of this ninja here. He does have his black belt with the attachment piece we put on. You got that kind of flowing around. It does move up, down, so you can change it depending how you have your Storm Shadow moving. Then you get down to the waist. Of course, you should be able to turn. Yes, you can turn at the waist. Very tight waist with a nice ratchet noise to it, but yes, it will turn there. You do get a thigh cut. You do get pinless double jointed knees on here as well. You do get a boot cut, and then you get ankles up, down, and side to side. So plenty of posability, and that's what you need with ninjas. We know ninjas are all about being posed. Drop down hips as well on him. Yep. So he is a good figure, this Storm Shadow. And I like the off-white wrappings on the forearm and the shins here. That is an extra attention to detail, and it helps break up kind of the monotony of the all-white. Of course, you do get the red Cobra logo on his chest, very iconic, and then you do get his sash across the top, and he's got his throwing stars right there. They are not removable. He does have a hole in his backpack, so you can, or his backpack. He's got a hole in his back, so you can attach his backpack. How about that? So that does fit on there. Of course, everything can be stored on him, as we do know. You can just pop the head off very easily to switch, depending on what hood you want. Just absolutely fabulous looking figure right here. Just absolutely fabulous. Does he fit on a WWE ringside collectible stand? That's always the million-dollar question. And he fits like a glove. So for you guys looking for stands, that is an option for you. Man, doesn't get a whole lot better than this. Now, like I said earlier, Storm Shadow, not my absolute favorite, but I do respect him. He is a favorite of mine as far as Cobra villains. He's probably closer to the end of the top 10, in all honesty, but there's no denying this is a guy we need in our G.I. Joe Classified line. Very, very happy to get it. And then I guess righting some of the wrongs of Storm Shadow's past. I don't know. It's always an interesting thing. It always comes down to dollars, business and cents, and all that kind of stuff is what it comes down to be. And I wonder, though, if, I said they should have released this from the get-go. Well, what if they would have released this from the get-go? Would people have bought this? Would people have bought this? I don't know. There's some people saying nobody bought this as of right now. There's some Walmarts that have, dozens of these still on the pegs. All in all, I'm happy we just finally got a Storm Shadow, a corrected, more iconic version of Storm Shadow, and I think there'll be more Storm Shadows to come in the future. There's too much meat on the bone, too much money to be made with this guy. Maybe a 2-pack with Snake Eyes down the line. There'll be something. There'll be another version of Storm Shadow we'll get eventually, and I'm here for that too. More Joes, the better. But what about you? What are your thoughts on Storm Shadow here? Is it everything you hoped it would be? Are you picking up 2? Are you picking up 3? Are you totally passing? Let me know in the comments down below. And then you made it this far, you might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We're unboxing all things G.I. Joe and everything else under the sun here. And if you want early videos, early access to content like this, plus giveaways and a whole lot more, hit up the Patreon, support the channel, and get all those perks along with it. Follow along on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. So for Storm Shadow and G.I. Joe, I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.